Hey there, we're back in Caves of Qud. So, as mentioned at the end of the last episode, the first thing you want to do is get the rune of House Isner. So here we are down in Joppa, and I think it was this one? That's the one with House Isner. So let's go straight there and grab ourselves the rune of House Isner. So, as I mentioned, each of these is a grid of 3x3, and you can see in this case that the center is where you usually go, and in this location the northeast and the southwest have points of interest. So if you know about points of interest in an area, you can go straight to them rather than going to the center. Let's go straight to the rune of House Isner. Here we go, and actually this is right there, this chest. After bigging up how exciting this is, it's just in a chest in a random part of the swamp with like nothing really exciting happening around it. So let's go ahead and open it up. We are going to examine it. And there we go, the rune of House Isner. Let's take a look. You can see his penetration 8 does 1d10 damage, which is quite good. Right, a look at it. Craftsmanship of the pistol worked in brass and chrome was breathtaking. Grips of kingswood carved the palm into an airless wrap. The hammer is contoured to the thumb by the micro-inch, and the sight draws the eye down the barrel, like the slipping of silk. It's engraved all around with withered ivy, and the muzzle is cased in blood. The pistol, medium accuracy, it gives you +1 ego. Critical hits scored with this weapon give a +4 bonus to his penetration rolls. So that means, to explain, so how the damage calculation works in the game is kind of complicated. Basically, you have AV, which is your armor value. When you shoot and you hit, you have to penetrate it. So there's a roll, and it's going to add that to the penetration. In this case, it's 8. And I think it's for like every point it goes over. Every point it over penetrates, it does some amount of extra damage. I can't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but basically, having a bonus of penetration is really good because it means that you'll be doing tons of damage. So when it crits, it does extra penetration. But most importantly, whenever you discharge a full barrel of ammo with this weapon, you automatically score a critical hit with the last shot you fire. So this gun, does it say here? So it doesn't say here, but the gun actually has 7 shots. I will read the story to explain why that is. So the 7th shot is going to automatically crit, which means it's going to have basically a penetration of 12, which is really, really good, and it will do tons of damage. And there's also, we lose reputation with the faction known as the Water Barons. These guys aren't actually integrated in the game right now, but you can guess from the name they're just a bunch of rich people who own lots of water. So let's recall the story. So there's some of the special artifacts in the game will have a story that kind of explains the background, and the rune of House Isner is one of those. Let's have a look. The 7 lords of House Isner feasted on boargut and swilled wine from gilded cups in the ivy-strewn halls of their hold. They spared no concern for temperance, for the coffers of the house had swelled with gardener's gold amassed through the sale of water drawn from the lord's wells. But as the gluttonous barons counted 7 amongst their clan, so had become numbered their days of debauchery, when the son of a beggared gardener swore a vengeful oath and named his father against the house of Eisner. Penniless boy beseeched a gunsmith of great repute to craft him a pistol of the most exquisite artistry, with which he could be sure to vanquish the 7 lords. And in return, the boy promised the smith all the spoils of the battle. The smith, who in the hazel eyes of the boy beheld the spirit of vengeance, agreed. And so the boy, armed with the masterwork pistol, cast open doors of the house of the hall of Eisner. The fury that shook their iron hinges and seized upon their supping lords. Before any of them had yet set down the gilded cups, the boy unholstered the pistol and shot dead 6 of the sons of Eisner. The last lord rejoiced at his fortune and reached for his hip, from where he would sling a pistol of his own at the spent boy. But as his crooked finger freed the holster strap, the boy shot the lord between the eyes. For the smith had crafted for the boy a pistol with 7 chambers and 7 slugs. Such it was that on this day, the house of Eisner fell. And there you go, that is the rune of House Isner. It is a pistol with 7 bullets because he had to kill 7 people in quick succession. It's really cool, I love it. So we're going to equip this straight away. We replace the lacquered chrome revolver with the House of Isner, and there we go. We're going to reload, and also the old one there. It's going to unload those bullets. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we have this. Yes, and you know what? Rather than going straight to 6 Day Stilts, let's see if we can actually find some way to get use out of the ruin of House Isner. So we're actually going to go to the Mercury Cork. This is a ruin that somebody told us about. Maybe we'll find some cool enemies here. So here we are down here at the bottom. There is a beetle here, but he is a neutral beetle, so he's a buddy. We have a chest right here. A relay and a couple of nuggets. Very good. A couple of nuggies. So this area, it's a slimy Mercury Cork up here, so there's going to be lots of slime. Probably some oozes as well. The visibility is really bad because of this tall grass. Oh, very nice. We have a beetle. The beetles, you gaze upon your own reflection in the lustrous chrome face of the conical orb, which emits a crackling drone and showers azure sparks upon the floor. Beetles are like weird. I guess what way I can really describe them. Let's talk to it. Petty mortal, place 5 six-fingered items before me, and I shall reward you with a splendid vestment. So six-fingered is a mod you can give an item, and if you give him 5 of those, he'll give us some sort of piece of armor. Which is fine, I guess. This is like a low-level area, so I think it might be like a low-tier one. And six-fingered, I think that's like a Tinker 2 one, so we might actually be able to do that. So we have, there's no enemies here though. I wanted to have a big old fight. Oh, there we go, we have an enemy. But we are too powerful and we just immediately one-shot him. So yeah, I'm just gonna auto-explore here to see maybe there's some other cool stuff. Nope, just a bunch of glow pads. Oh, there's noise. Something is fighting somewhere. Oh, there's a chest there. So these guys, these glow pads, so this is basically a glowing lily pad. But as with most things in the world of Qud, it's alive. Many of the plants are alive. And it has thoughts, and you know, if we pissed off, it'll attack us. But it's neutral, so we can just walk past it. Let's go check this out. We have a feathered cloth robe. But this is going to give us reputation with birds. Apparently birds like it when you wear the plucked feathers of their brethren on you. I don't know if that is legit, but you know, whatever. We'll grab it. We won't use it, but you know, we'll sell it. So I'm pretty sure that like those 2 chests in the beetle is probably all that we have here. In fact, like, yeah. But this is it's a pretty cool ruin, you know. It's not. I was hoping for like some fighting, but you know what? This will do. This will do, I think. So yeah. So here we can't get past this rock. We can go all the way around, but you're phasing. I might as well actually use phasing. We can phase through the wall, and there we go. Oh, we have a crocodile right in front of us. Let's fly so it can't hit us. And then just one-shot it with our amazing guns. And then we can stop flying. Okay, anything interesting over here? Doesn't look like it. Phase is a long cooldown. Last time I played this character, Phase was finishing pretty fast. But yeah, I think that is gonna be it, yeah. Let's leave, and now let's just head to 6 Day. Well, this is a rune up here, right? It is. Let's check this place out. Oh, we found some more runes as well. The Bismuth Cork. Okay. Anything exciting here? Oh, you have a crocodile. There we go, level 6. But because I mentioned earlier, every multiple of 3 something happens to your tributes. If it's an even number, all of them go +1. So let's have a look here. This is all our tributes now. Agility is nice and high. Intelligence is getting higher. we have a mutation point. And I haven't decided yet with the mutation point. I could save it for to get another one. Because like multiple legs is pretty cool, but I don't know if I want something else other than that. Another thing to take into account with our mutations is there's a maximum level. By default, the maximum is 10, but also you're limited by your level. So half your level rounded down plus 1. So at level 6, the max is 4. So triple jointed is 4 right now, and that is the max it can be. So there's no point spending points on this right now. But because you see this is green because I used the excited genome on it when I was level 5. And because of that, this can actually get to level 13. It can keep on going. But we can't get to level 13 until we are level 24. So we don't need to be putting points into this right now. We could put points into phasing. Probably we do need to get to phasing 10. So we might as well put some points into that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I might just think about it. I'll save the points up and I'll decide maybe later if I want to get another mutation or not. We can spend a bunch of points. So now I want to be going to tinkering, I think. We'll grab tinkering. We have 100 points remaining, so we're going to go grab Tinker 1. When we get Tinker 1, we can choose a schematic. Yeah, for free. I won't get these for free. These are other types of batteries, but it's really easy to learn how to make batteries, so I won't do this one. This polarized mod isn't a very good mod, but you know, it's I guess I can sell it, because what polarized does is I think this might give us some defense against laser beams. Let me double check exactly what it does. So polarized, it yeah, so this is basically you can like put this on sunglasses, so like flashbangs are less effective. But I don't think I've ever seen an enemy throw a flashbang grenade. Maybe I've seen a Templar do it once. So yeah, I'm just gonna sell that. I think I won't bother learning it. So apparently there's runes here. I haven't seen them yet though. Oh, there we go. You have another chest. What's in there? A strapple axe and some cracked lenses. Okay, very cool. Okay, I'm just gonna save time and we're gonna phase. We've got 7 rounds, which we will phase back in. So we've actually trapped ourselves in here. So I can just hold down 5 on my numpads to skip turns. The phase now is going down, and there we go. If we phase inside a wall, we might die. And yeah, so I think that box is probably the only thing that's of interest here. Yeah. I think of interest, so let's just continue on our journey. Now we'll go to 6 Day Stilt. Okay, no more messing about. There we go, we've just crossed the entire desert. And we got 1500 XP because of the quest to go to 6 Day Stilt. So this is 6 Day Stilt. So usually, you know, you go to an area and you end up in the middle of it. 6 Day Stilt is special because you go into the southern part of it. The middle part of it, which we'll get from going up north, is a big cathedral, and all around the edges are tents. And in the tents there are randomly generated, well, some of them are static, but many of them are randomly generated vendors. So every time you play, there'll be different vendors here. The first thing we're going to do is go here to the right, and we're going to talk to this fella. This is Lullyheart, the Hindran Pariah. There's a little more to this being than a bundle of spindly limbs, patchy pale green fur, and bone-white skin. The severely mutated deerkin surveys the surroundings with languid eyes, one of Qud's most delicate creatures living unconcerned among the salt-worn and toughened. They are loved by the Pariahs, hated by the children of Mammon for lighting a beacon fire to warn their enemies. The children of Mammon is a specific faction of goatmen. We'll do a quest to fight them later on in the game. And disliked by the kit of the wife of Kajir for leading a raiding party on one of their camps. Well, Lullyheart's been around, you know. Lullyheart has Defended against Mammon, and also fought this cult. Big anti-cult vibes here. Pretty cool. So we're gonna go and do a water ritual. So our reputation prize now goes to 200. Mammon and the kid of wife Kajir like us less, but they already hate us, so who cares? So, okay, yeah, so I can give him some of my secrets if I want. I can ask him for secrets too. I'm not gonna do any of this because now we have 200 reputation with priors. If we go back down to Joppa, where the tutorial person was from the tutorial mod, they will teach me trash divining now as a skill, which allows me to look in trash around the floors of Qud and find gossip and rumors and secrets and directions to cool stuff. That's why I wanted to do the water ritual with them earlier, and now because now with the 200 we can afford to actually buy it. But Lullyheart here doesn't teach it to us. We have to go back to Job to actually learn it, so we won't spend any of our reputation here right now. They also have a quest to give us. Lovely. Take a seat. Chew the bark at me. I'll tell you what I know. I foretell that my ancestral hometown, Bela, is in some kind of trouble. They've opened their borders for the first time I know of, and are specifically seeking to hire Kendron. That's the word for outsiders like you. We willing to see what they need? Yes, who are you? How do you know this? Lots of stuff you can ask. I am just gonna be I know what you guys probably want to learn the law. So let's go. Let's interrogate this poor deerkin. Who are you? My name is Lullyheart. The blood of Hindran runs through my veins, but 2 of my 3 parents were Kendran, so that blood is dilute and salt brine from being born out here. Dilute, salty blood. Yeah. Okay, so apparently these people require 3 people in order to mate. That's interesting. How do you know about Bela's trouble? My water goes to scouts to keep a distant eye on Bela to make sure that it's still there, still safe. I've never been within the parasang of my people's land, but I know exactly where the once hidden village stands. I'll share this knowledge with you if you agree to consider whatever the quest may be. Why do you care? Even blood as thin as mine ties me to the civilian meadow. The Hindran may not say so, but they are my family. Okay, why don't you go there yourself? I'm not welcome in Bela. My blood is not pure. I was not born of the meadow. These things make my name as salt in the mouths of true Hindran. They are misguided, but they are my misguided family. They stagnate as Qud changes around them. I will worry. Okay, I will go to Bela as you ask. Bless you, friend. I feel better knowing that at least one Kendran will reach back to aid my kin. They are on the cusp of a new fate, and I wish to see it while I yet live. Let me advise you Bela's location, and here's a little chew boon for your trouble. Give me Yonder Cane, which is an item that lets me like teleport short distances. And we have a quest. And yeah, maybe we'll do that quest, we'll see. I'm gonna pop over here now, and before we talk to this lovely fine fellow, we're actually gonna go in here. This is a church for the chef, the sultan who never changes. Chef the above. In one BR, the gyre widened, and the final plague afflicted the land. The Gersh Nephilim rose from their cradles on the moon stair, and slouched towards Qud to eat its young. The chef rose to meet them in battle, and cast them back. So now we know more about the chef. Let's head over here and talk to this fine fellow, to Zapor, disciple of the Cold Lamb. The Cold Lamb is the cult that worships the chef. I believe he's the only one of the Cold Lamb in the game. Folds of coarse weave, physician's cloth, hang off his lissom frame like a gunslinger's shawl, and the crinkled brim of an old hat blots the sun and starlight. Loved by the cult of the Cold Lamb, admired by the Darupian Society for providing shelter during a glass storm, hated by Shavad, the Tree of Life, for repeatedly beating them at dice. You beat a Tree of Life at dice? What the hell? I definitely want to talk to you. So we are going to chat. So this guy is telling us all about the chef. First we're gonna share some water with him. There we go. And I don't really care about first aid, so that's all I'll do. So whenever we learn secrets from a chef's life, we can come back and give it to him and it'll give us XP. So this is the stuff that we've learned from the 2 statues that we've seen. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to chat to each other and I gain a little bit of XP. And now we're level 7. Okay. So who's the chef? A spiritual patron of kith and kin who did so much for us, who leads me and others like me to the path of healing. For above all, he was a healer. He dressed the wounds of the sick and rid the land of the plagues of the Gaia. He was also a sultan, but he was the last sultan. He bricked the walls of monocracy so we could pick berries in the orchards that they hid. I've more to ask. What's in the tent? Well, we've been, we know. A quiet shrine to the cold lamb, centuries old, tucked away here, outside the marble parapets and cloaked in the dust of time. It's lost to those who'd sneer at the veneration of a chef over other fathers. Step inside and voice a prayer if you're willing. You trade with him, but I don't get anything interesting. He has some artifacts, but we don't know what they are. And yeah, so that's this fella. Let's head away. We did level up 90 points. I don't think we can buy anything interesting, so we'll just continue on our journey. So here we have Warden's Esther. Saying among the vintners who hoist their sails towards Stilt, 1 rose is fair, 5 is debt. Indeed, when a single shawl swats her face and the Esthers are one, there's peace beneath the Stilt. But when she's joined by her sisters and scarred ribbons, trash and there's only blood and justice. The Warden's Esther is like 5 people in one body. They use the Temple Fugue mutation to summon the 4 extra copies. So when fighting happens in the Stilt, there is 4 Wardens Esther. Like there's 5 Wardens Esther fighting, and then when no one's fighting, there's just they're all in the one body. We can talk to her. Actually, let's just see what her deal is. She's loved by the Wardens. She's disliked by succulents for giving word of the kind and unfavorable horoscope reading, and hated by Farmers Guild for casting doubt on their beliefs. I don't really care about either of those groups, so I'm okay to share some water with you. Okay, the succulents like us a little less, and the farmers are pissed off with us, but hopefully that'll get fixed later. So, we can ask them to join, and this is what's interesting is Water Sisters is the pronoun that we use because Warden's Esther is multiple people. So even though it's one model, there's multiple people, so we use plural pronouns, which is interesting. So I can I can ask a secret from the sisters, or I can share a secret with them. And I will share a secret with them because the Warden's faction have some really good characters to be your buddies, and you might get some later on. So we'll tell them what Bela is. The secret that this person gave us in strict confidence, we're just going to tell the Wardens all about it. And there we go. We could learn shield. I don't think I care about shields. I don't really care about learning that dish, so that is fine. So we can say, praise be to Shakma, O sovereign fathers, at last I'm here. The 6 Day Stilt, it's colossal, beautiful. See why the Chrome stewards gather here. So many folks. The Shuai, they say, is the petrified kraken. The structure, they believe it to be a kraken that's been petrified. What the grabbers are, what's in each of those tents? So what would the ghost cowboy do? He probably would be interested in commerce. Are you mad? You think I keep a tally of every shopkeeper that sets foot in the Stilt grounds? They come and go as they please. You've got all merchants of all types here: wine sellers, honeyhawkers, bookbinders, cobblers. Have a look around yourself, following the road on Stilt. There are tents the whole way around. Praise be Shekna, I am last time here. You're among friends here, pilgrim. Stay, it's peaceful. This is the 6 Day Stilt, huh? It's colossal, beautiful. I see why the Chrome stewards gather here. You're not of the fate yourself, huh? Me neither. Do go inside though. She's a beauty, got dyed glass and high in her rafters, she does, and 2 marvelous carvings on the wings, plus a light sculpture of a god. Hear the sermon too, as you like. The high priest is persuasive, but not half as persuasive as the cathedral herself. In beauty there's power, you know. Either way, while in cathedral on Stilt grounds, stay peaceful. So many folks. Aye, the clamor of it all can overwhelm. Glow crows say 'twas a bird god who taught the folks to gather like this in lost flocks, so blame the birds. Is it true? Is the petrified kraken? Who knows? I wonder myself. Sometimes she'll catch my eye when the moon's silver bright and is bearing down on the flats. Whatever she is, she's gigantic and old, real old. Way older than the cathedral the mechanists built inside her. Live and drink, wardens. So, before we go in, I want to explore and see what kind of vendors we've spawned on this one. So if we check over here first, whoops, I accidentally walked into the spine fruit. I'll grab some spine fruit, they can be useful. Keep hitting the wrong button and walking into the cactuses. So here we have a cider cellar. I'm just gonna go here so he's marked on my map. Oh, he's not there at the moment. I'm famished, I need to get some food in me, so I'll go ahead and do it straight away. There's already campfire, so we'll head to the campfire. There we go, whip up a meal. Nom. Okay, so let's just keep exploring. So what do we have over here? We have this guy is exotic liquids. This is the ichor cellar. He's quite important. He doesn't have anything interesting now. This guy can like sell us some really interesting stuff. I'm gonna grab the files because I can use them for shenanigans. I'm gonna sell you the feathered robe and the data disk. I don't care about that. The rest of this stuff we can actually make into more cost-effective stuff a bit later. Sell the hand axe. I will sell the revolver, the salve injector, and we'll keep them. There we go. So we'll do that. Also, you can see there's an engraved glass bottle, so there'll be some lore on this. Let's have a look at it. Okay. Deep in the wilds of Sumresh, Dapper stumbled upon a clan of winged mammals performing a secret ritual. Because of his reputation for murdering someone by dividing by zero, they fiercely rebuked him and declared him a villain to their kind. He murdered somebody by dividing by zero. Jesus, what a meme. So this is good. This is telling us that if we kill legendary members of his cult, winged mammals will like us more. And that's really good because winged mammals have an effect where they can drain your stats, and it's super annoying. So maybe we won't be fighting winged mammals. That's great. We'll look at this painted one. Okay, ooh, life of a chef. Act against the prohibition of the practice of worshipping the stars, where Chef led an army to the gates of Omanporch. There he defeated his brothers in battle and liberated citizens. They crowned him Sultan of Qud. This is when he became the Sultan of Qud because he killed all his brothers and he allowed people to worship the stars again. We can clear for XP in a minute. So let's just have a look at the other ones. This is a kipper. He sells food. He can sometimes sell some really cool food. There's some interesting stuff here. Mashlag is interesting. It gives us willpower. I'll be making face silk myself. Nothing really that interesting at the moment. This guy is the gutmonger. He sells cybernetics. And also does sometimes. A freeze grenade mark 2. No, we can. It's easy enough for us to learn how to make grenades, so I'm just gonna ignore that. And over here we have, this is first aid. He has some extra salve injectives, but my money isn't that good right now, so I don't want to buy him. Nope. So I'm actually going to wait until the morning so we can better line of sight. There we go. Here we have a goat farmer, a snail farmer. This is mead and honey. This is first aid. What do we have here? This is a smoke tent, so there's just a bunch of people in here. Sometimes there'll be like cool quest givers and stuff in there. So, this is first aid. This is another kipper. Anything interesting? Well, if you have something interesting, I can't afford it anyway, so I don't know why I'm even checking. Continue on our journey. Over here, is there anything? Is there a building behind here? There isn't. Okay, let's continue on. This is a bookseller. The bookseller is gonna have books. We can trade these in the cathedral for XP. These green ones are usually recipe books. The yellow ones were written by the developers, and they will contain some lore of the game. The white ones are created using Markov chains. They're just randomly generated AI books, but they can have hints to where the rune of Eisner is. But luckily we have the rune of House Isner already, so we don't need to look at them. But sometimes these can give you hints for up to where that is. We have another smoke tent here. Anyone interesting in here? Not by the... Oh, we have a banana seller. Give me some bananas. That's a lot of money for bananas. But luckily we have a nugget. There we go. Bananas are useful. We can eat them. We can cook them up and eat them to learn how to build stuff. Don't ask. Don't. Just bananas are magic. Okay, just don't ask too many questions. Schematics drafter. He's going to teach us how to build stuff. He's going to be very important for our build. In terms of what he's at the moment, nothing here is important for a build right now, but he's going to change his equipment every time we come back. There's some cool stuff here. Does he have a tube? Interesting. This is quite expensive. That could be an Aegis injection. Yeah, it could be something really good. But I'll be quite low on water if I buy that. But I think it's worth buying. Yeah, given the price of it, it could be something really good. So I know I talked about keeping them, but I think buying that is more important. Okay, let's see. Did I just fuck myself over? Let's have a look. So we go with now up there, it's down here. Where is this? Is it? Am I blind? Oh, I forgot to actually buy it. I sold them stuff. There we go. Okay. So, the small milky tube, examine. Oh, bubblegum. God damn it. I was hoping that was something more interesting. But yeah, I was wasting money. Nothing else here is very interesting right now. But we'll continue our journey. But we'll come back and hopefully later he'll have some cool stuff. This build is very important on some specific schematics. So I'll be visiting him quite a bit. Here we got more books. We have an empty one. We have a hat seller. We have another kipper. I'm gonna be pretty quick here because we're getting close to the end of the episode, so I just want to just do a quick scan to see what we have here. We have another smoke tent. We have hats. We have honey and mead. Another smoke tent. We have this is cloaks there. Ooh, this is a gem seller. It's pretty cool. Anything interesting? That's interesting stuff, but stuff that's like way too expensive. Jesus, that's like 14,000. Amazing. Okay. We have that. Oh, there is. I think that is a Gutsmonger. Double check and see. Oh, he's a Glover. Yeah. Okay, so let's just continue down. And anything interesting here? We have gun seller. We have another Glover. We have grenades. Okay, good stuff. Let's buy all of your bullets. Give me all. Yeah, that's not many bullets. Give me all of them anyway. Okay, good stuff. Here we have some grenades. We don't know what they are. We can ask him to identify them, but how much does it cost? Yeah, that's not that much. I think I'll go ahead and do this. I'm looking specifically for fire grenades. Like high explosive grenades are very important, and fire grenades are important. So that's quite important, but it's too expensive for us to pick up right now, so we'll leave it alone. And a Glover there, and this is the entirety of the thing explored. So only one schematic seller, which is not ideal, but it's pretty good. Okay, yeah, and I think with that we'll call it. So thanks everyone for coming along. Hopefully you enjoyed it. In the next episode, we are going to head south again. I'm gonna check out Red Rock, maybe shoot some stuff up, and then maybe we'll go to the historical site near Red Rock and investigate one of the cults. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.